It is the truth. Yes.
Yeah, we expensive,
I know. It's terrible.
but we so worth it.
No, you just keep eating, buddy. Hi everyone, Saskia here from Los Angeles Guinea Pig Rescue, and I'm here with my helper for today, which is Remington. He is so beautiful. He is actually for adoption.
But not for long. Look how cute I am.
And he is a teddy. He's a teddy mix actually. So you can see his hair is not completely smooth and it's like a little different texture to it. So that is what a teddy is. And he is doing right now what every healthy guinea pig does, and that is eating a lot.
That's what he does. That's all he does.
That's right. So that's why I've got all these things here for him. So you are watching this video because you're thinking of getting a guinea pig. So that's what we're going to talk about. So first off, do guinea pigs eat a lot?
Is that a trick question?
Yes, they eat a lot and they eat all kinds of different things. So you will be making trips to the store just for your guinea pigs. I can tell you that right now because they need loads of it. So the thing you are probably thinking of is cage. And the other thing is, do I need a friend or not? Because you've probably done a little bit of your research. So that's the first thing actually that I tell people if they want to get guinea pigs. Go do your research. Watch some YouTube videos and see what is required because it is not all that easy. Now, what is really, really important is if it is a guinea pig or guinea pigs, because you have to get two because they get really lonely. If it is for the children, especially when it's younger children, okay? And it's so easy for the kids to tell the parents, oh, I'll do anything you want me to, please, 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 and I'll do this and I'll do that.
I'll do anything.
I know, because I'm a parent and I've been through that. It's very hard to say no. But if they're small children, then, and you are not quite with the program, you're not quite feeling it or not quite as enthusiastic as the children are about guinea pigs, then I would say maybe think about a cat or a dog as a family pet. Really, I think that might be a better choice. Because there is quite a bit of stuff involved in having guinea pigs, okay? So like I mentioned, you cannot just have one, you need to have two, and it is super important. They are by nature used to living in a group. Even though they don't live in nature anymore, they don't live in the wild anymore, that is one of the few things that they have retained though. They love living in a community. So the very least we can do for our guinea pigs is to make sure that they have a buddy, at least one same-sex buddy, of course. That is really important. And the other thing I think that is underestimated is the amount of space that a guinea pig needs. You will go to a pet store, for instance, and I can tell you now that most of all the cages that are sold at the pet store are not big enough. They really are not. Guinea pigs need to be able to walk around, and they need to do that, make that movement to keep their feet healthy, to keep their body healthy. And when they're in a smaller cage, and especially when there is a friend in there as well, they are not going to do that. They're going to just sit and not really walk around so much. So their life is so much more enriched if they have a proper size cage. Now, the cages that are really nice are the ones, and you can actually make them yourself, that are made with the coroplast sheets and the organizing cube grids. So there's lots of info on those. There are also companies that sell them already ready-made with levels and everything, really beautiful. So look into that, okay? The pet store cages with the hard plastic bottoms are not big enough for one or two, or for two or one, whatever. Then they're not big enough, okay? And this is so important. I always feel that they're kind of sitting in a little prison, you know, like a glorified litter box that's become their home, and it's very sad, and they really do need the space. And if you give them the space, you will notice that they will use the space as well. If you have a small cage, you are not gonna really see them move around so much because there's really nowhere to go. So it becomes so much more fun to interact with your guinea pigs. The other thing is that it doesn't need to have a top, unless you have dogs or cats that you don't trust, for instance. But if you don't, they don't jump out of their cages. So those cubes and chloroplast cages are perfect because you can see them and you can interact with them from the top or just through the grids. You build a much stronger bond with your guinea pigs than if you would if they had one of those traditional smaller pet store cages. So I always want to mention that. And again, if they're just for the children, please think really hard about it, because often smaller children, they lose interest. Happened to me, happened to my son, happened to me when I was a child, actually. It's a funny story, but it's true. I had a hamster. I must have been 5 years old, loved my hamster, and all of a sudden I asked my mom, where's my hamster? And she said, hamster hasn't been here for 5 days.
Dude, where's my hamster?
So anyway, it happened to me. It happened to my son. I almost made the same mistake with my son, and he promised me the sun and the moon and the stars.
Can I, Mom? Please?
Take it from an expert. Unless you are using the kids as an excuse to get your guinea pigs, I love those families, then you should maybe reconsider getting guinea pigs, okay? Now, like I mentioned, they eat a lot. If they get sick, the bill, people think small pet, small bill. If they get sick, the bill is probably about as much, if not more, than a dog or a cat. I know that is really hard to wrap your head around, but unfortunately, it is the truth. It is the truth, yes.
Yeah, we expensive,
I know, it's terrible.
but we so worth it.
No, you just keep eating, buddy. Just keep eating. It's your job, is the eating. And of course, a healthy guinea pig will eat all day long, and they love food. So you can just feed them all day long. As long as you feed them different things, healthy things, then they are eating, a pooping, and a sleeping machines. That's what I always say. They're very funny and they're very sweet. They all have their different personalities. I love them. Yes, I love you. I love you. So there are many things to consider, okay, before getting a guinea pig. Now, there is another thing to consider, which is quite a big one for me, being involved in guinea pig rescue. The pet stores. The guinea pigs that they sell at the pet stores are not necessarily healthy. Very often, I have found, even when I just go visit, that there are sick, visibly ill guinea pigs that are sneezing, that have ringworm, skin infections, that are being sold. And I know this because I, not too long ago, bought a couple of guinea pigs just to show this, and unfortunately they were not healthy. So if you have a pet store that sells guinea pigs in your area, I guarantee you that there are guinea pigs in need of a new home, 100%. And you can probably find them on Facebook, on certain groups, on Next Door Neighbor, kind of, apps and websites like that. So you don't necessarily have to go to the pet store to get a guinea pig. You can adopt one. There's always guinea pigs in need everywhere, okay?
Who rescued who?
And other than that, I mean, that is kind of the basic that I wanted to kind of, there's a lot more to it, and you've got to do your research, but I just wanted to, communicate some of the basic stuff. And good luck. Do your research, and I wish you well on your guinea pig journey.